Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Rock is very, very proud to announce a new partnership between the KISW Rock Girls and Mary's Place. If you don't know about Mary's Place, man, when it's cold outside, being homeless is just even tougher. And Mary's Place provides safe, inclusive shelter and services for women, children, and families here in the Pacific Northwest. If you want to find out info on how you can donate, go to KISW.com or visit marysplaceseattle.org.
Let's play Beat Mix. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser. It is time to Beat Mix. And it's time to turn down for tacos. Charge out for what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, get some tacos.
Do it.
Yeah, get some beef tacos.
Do it.
Chicken tacos. Or,
Do it.
Steve, what are your go-to? Pork. Nice.
Ours is fake meat tacos.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering, are you still eating them fake meat tacos?
Vegan life.
Don't do
Hashtag
it.
vegan life. Well, enjoy them any way you want to. And as you are, let's play this game. We've got Tiffany in Olympia to take on Steve. Tiffany, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. What is she playing for today?
Monster Jam tickets.
Monster Jam!
For you and 3 of your friends. So go check out over at CenturyLink Field on March 16th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. And tickets are available now. Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Tiffany has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Tiffany, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yep.
What 1953 model of Chevrolet was first commemorated on a U.S. postage stamp in 2005?
Pass.
Since 1938, Thomas Jefferson has appeared on what U.S. coin?
Jefferson nickel.
Yes. Which movie about dinosaurs did Chris Pratt star in 2015?
Jurassic World.
Yes. Who had the hit songs Purple Rain and Little Red Corvette?
Prince.
Yes. In World War II, the Axis of Evil consisted of Germany, Japan, and who?
Pass.
Carpool Karaoke was created on which host's show?
James Corden.
Yes. What country won the most medals during the 2018 Winter Olympics?
U.S.
No.
France.
No.
Russia.
No. The ancient Egyptian writing system was called what?
Hieroglyphs.
Yes. What Best Picture nominated superhero movie grossed over $700 million in 2018?
Black Panther.
Yes. From which country did Mexico gain its independence in the 19th century?
Spain.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct.
Oh, not too bad, Tiffany.
Some good answers there.
Yeah.
Hopefully Steve will miss a couple of them and get himself a loss.
I got myself a song I want to play.
I know. Wouldn't it be amazing to get a 2-fer there, BJ?
I think we're getting a 2 for today.
You think so?
I think Steve is done.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Shots called there.
His winning ways are over.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Are you ready? Oh, yeah! What 1953 model of Chevrolet was first commemorated on a U.S. postage stamp in 2005?
Corvette?
Yes. Since 1938, Thomas Jefferson has appeared on which U.S. coin?
Oh, he's on the nickel.
Yes.
Oh.
Which movie about dinosaurs did Chris Pratt star in 2015? No.
Jurassic World.
Yes. Who had the hit songs Purple Rain and Little
Prince.
Red Corvette? Yes.
Yes.
In World War II, the Axis of Evil consisted of Germany, Japan, and
who?
Oh, Canada.
No. Yeah, it's true.
Germany, Japan, and France.
No.
Germany, Japan, and Russia.
No.
I can't think of it.
Carpool karaoke was created on which host's
James
show?
Corden.
Yes. Which country won the most medals during the 2018 Winter Olympics?
Germany.
No.
USA.
No.
China.
No.
Canada.
No. The ancient Egyptian writing system was called what?
Hieroglyphics.
Yes. What Best Picture nominated superhero movie grossed over $700
Black Panther.
million? Yes. From which country did Mexico gain its independence in the 19th century?
America.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a tie. Dang it. Well, you win. That's nice, Tiffany, but I don't get a song. Oh, wow. Whoa. Apparently she's already going to Monster Jam. Yeah. Monster Jam.
Yeah.
You hang on the line, Tiffany. We'll tell you how to get those tickets. Love Tiffany. She's
So she's like flying off or something.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
That
There
was
she goes.
great. There she goes. There goes Tiffany. She's a winner. Man, Steve, if you would have known that Mexico gained its independence from Spain.
Oh, damn it. I should have just said that.
Yep, Tiffany got that one correct.
What's the one with the Axis one?
The axis of evil was Germany, Japan, and anybody? I don't know.
Italy.
Italy was part of the axis of evil? They were.
That's right.
Yep, fascist Italy.
And the only reason I remember is because it was on an episode of Archer.
Was this WW1 or 2? 2. I didn't realize we weren't friends with Italy either. That's not good.
Nope. They aligned themselves with the wrong guys there.
Jeez, man. We have so many Italians in this country that came over. That ain't good.
All right.
I mean, I know they interned the Japanese. I wonder, I'm trying to think if that ever happened for the Italians. There were a lot of Italians in America.
I don't know.
I'll have to look back and see about that.
Does anybody know the country that won the most medals during the 2018 Winter Olympics? I don't imagine people are going to get this correct.
Russia.
No.
Czechoslovakia.
Oh, well, you almost said it there, but no. Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
Good for Norway.
Yeah, they live there with all the skiing and all the other stuff that they do
is that
there.
what it is?
Yeah, they have all those winter activities all the time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're
all the skiing.
Yeah, you're an expert, I'm sure.
Congratulations to Tiffany on tying Steve.
You tie Steve, you beat Steve. It doesn't matter. You get the prize. That's the cool thing about that. All right. Got a survey. It's about pornography. So
Nice.
let's,
Yes, it
be
is
ready.
awesome.
Cover the ears of the people that need to be covered. Turns out that 1 in 3 of us who have watched porn, so the folks that actually watch porn, out of them, 1 in 3 have tried at least one move they saw in one of those movies. And more men try it than women.
That one time I brought out a tricycle and wrote in like that one weird movie we watched.
That's the one movie you always bring back to us. That was the weirdest movie ever with a little
ever.
person on a tricycle in a very dark and demonic video.
It was like in like a weird dungeon sex scene, and all of a sudden this weird little person on a tricycle just walks in and goes and just moves off.
Thanks for the pantomime.
I've seen some weird crap for my viewing pleasure, and I don't think I've seen
It was a
that
Vivid
one.
we got extra copies of it, and and so when back in the day when Vivid would send us all movies, they'd send us a bunch, so we'd all get them, and then we all came back clearly seeing that film because we were all troubled by what we saw.
You're like, did you see the movie with the little dude on the tricycle?
I think it was a Jenna Jameson film.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, obviously, the things that we're most inspired to do are different positions, which, Steve, one of them you're not going to do. So you would not be inspired to do this one. I don't know if you can read that one over there.
I'm assuming it's going for the brown belt, and no, I'm not going for it.
Not going to do it.
No, I'm fine never getting to that point in my karate career.
Now, Vicky, on the other hand, this is your neck of the woods, some light BDSM.
Sure,
That's
light's where it starts, I guess.
People, that's all right. Well, granted, everyone doesn't just get the hell kicked out of them like you, but yes, you got to start somewhere. Or maybe you're the one kicking the hell out of people. I don't know what you're doing.
A little both.
22% of people overall said they've watched porn in just the last week. And the vast majority of those folks, you think, are men. Yes.
Are we willing to admit if we've seen it in the last week or not?
Well, I know you have.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Nice. What's your go-to?
RedTube.
RedTube.
Good job. RedTube.
Old Faithful.
Quality organization.
Yeah, but that way I could watch other ones. So I've been doing the browsers on RedTube because it's free.
See, you're hurting. These people have bills to pay, Vicky. You're stealing from them.
It's the free part of browsers. It says browsers.com/free, and they put it on RedTube.
But these girls are not making their money from these things.
Do they make money off
I don't
of
know.
that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have heard that. But then again, why there's so many free sites out there? Why would anybody ever pay for anything?
It is funny how we figured out a way we're all upset about how music and that art was being taken advantage of with the Napsters and all these free services, and you're like, well, dude, these people spent money and time and all this stuff, but nobody ever cares about the porn industry.
Yeah.
When right now everyone's getting their stuff for free. I'm not complaining about it, but in a way, how is that any worse than if we were going to a site for free movies?
And here's how they get around it, but it's not the same.
Because it's like taboo or something?
Well, because they don't show you the whole movie. So it's like if you go to iTunes, you can hear some of the song, but if you want to hear the whole song, you have to buy it. But in a lot of those thumbnails, you don't need to, if you will, hear the whole song in order to enjoy the song.
That's a fair point.
That's why I agree with you on this, Steve, that it's not the same deal because we don't need to hear the whole song to get the benefit of the whole song with porn. And therefore, the thumbnails were actually kind of hurting the business for the same reason. Yeah. The girls are not getting.
If they wanted it to work in their advantage, they'd have the story part of the movie will be for free, and then click here and pay if you want to see what happens to this quarterback and the cheerleader.
Yeah, I wonder why they give us as much as they give us in the thumbnails, or at least in the little videos. They give you anything you might want.
There are some that they won't give you, the end result, if you will.
Yeah, but there are.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Some people are really into that part.
Yeah, I don't sit through the credits sometimes, so I don't mind. Even if I know that there's going to be a new superhero unveiled.
Yeah, you can but there are plenty of places that offer you credit scenes. I agree, Vicky. If they didn't show you the credit scenes, if they didn't show you the credit scenes, I think maybe that would help people go, I need to buy it. Like if it was, like for instance, with Japanese anime or hentai. Yeah, hentai. Most of them, if not all of them, if you really want to see the full meal deal, you don't get to it because of the blurring.
I thought that was just because of their censorship. I thought all of it is blurred anyways.
So if I paid, I still wouldn't get to see it?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, most of it is just pixelated.
Oh, well, thanks for that. I'm glad. I was thinking maybe because I wasn't paying.
No.
DJ's weekend just changed.
Yeah.
Japanese censorship.
Years of research have helped you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of different ways to get paid, according to Pornhub.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So there's you have to join as in the amateur program first, but you get about 69 cents, not lying, for per 1,000 views of your video that you upload to Pornhub because it's like ad and stuff. It's kind of like YouTube.
So the that are there, people are getting paid for like a YouTube.
Yeah, for views.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better.
But then you can also...
So like Camster is that one thing that always seems to show up whenever these movies are being played on the thumbnails. Mm-hmm. They're probably paying good money to be on these websites.
Yeah.
I imagine so.
How about that?
Wow.
So they got to fix it because sometimes they're like doing like a Christmas-related commercial at the beginning of the movie. And like, come on, man.
Yeah, you don't need that.
We're almost in March.
Yeah. Come on, figure it out, guys. We want our St. Patrick's video. Women were just about 5 times more likely to say they've never watched porn. That's, they didn't ask Vicky.
No.
Yeah, and according to the survey, a lack of affection or intimacy is one of the top things that make porn unrealistic. 0 awkward moments was next, followed by unrealistic plot lines. Does anybody care about any of that?
Not really, but if you...
I like a good story. I want to know why they're having sex.
Oh, do you really?
I do.
I don't care why.
I really enjoy knowing.
Oh, I don't care.
Well, then you're just accepting that these two are having sex?
Yes.
I like to know, are they working together? Is maybe one of them is the stepmom.
Oh.
And dad's not showing enough attention.
Yeah, the story only makes it less of a fantasy because there's no way they'd ever have sex with me. But if I see an old guy and a young person in one of these movies, it's like, all right, that could be, I don't want to know how it happened. I know how it happened. She's getting paid. That's how it happened.
If I clicked on the thumbnail and it just starts off straight with the going to Bone Town.
Yeah, no.
Next, I'm hitting back. I want to find one that has a little bit of a build up.
Yeah.
Why are you guys doing this?
So you and Vicky want to build up?
Yeah.
Danny, are you in on that too, huh?
I totally am, yeah.
Wow.
It's just like if they're already naked and going at it, it's like, okay, well, I feel like I missed something. It doesn't give you time to mentally prepare to build up yourself, if you will.
Well,
what about you, Brad? Do you like a story?
Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
Yeah. Okay. I don't need time to build up. I know what I'm there for, and I don't need to know their story. It's like, guys, we're all here for one reason. You're doing what you're doing. I'm doing what I'm doing.
See, like when I watch the fake taxi ones, I love hearing like, oh my God, my boyfriend and I just, broke up or we got into a fight and you're picking me me up. And it's
You're
like,
such a girl.
I forgot my purse. I don't have any money. Well,
it's
there's
like-
some ways you could help.
It's like, if you've never been in this cab, you can get your free fare if you show me something.
Like
and
the car broke down.
Oh, man.
The old
you guys-
damsel in distress.
Really?
No, but the fake taxis are awesome because they got multiple cameras and they do it in their taxi.
Well, we know what Vicky's watching.
That's all Brazzers is all about. Isn't that Brazzers?
Well, there's fake taxis a whole thing too.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty hot.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I can't believe the Rev and I are on the same page. With
I know,
this.
right?
We
I'm
need
kind of
to
weirded out by this.
Well, not really, dude. What guy wants a story? You just go, look. I'm here
Steve,
for-
right next to you. The man's standing right
Listen,
there.
when I go to the grocery store and I want to buy a gallon of milk, I don't want someone to come on and tell me which cow, which pasture. Just give me the
So like,
goddamn
if you're
milk.
on this one website.
Whoa, that's a website.
Well, that's what we're
That
talking
poor
about.
girl. Somebody lost their keys apparently, and they're not going to find them there.
But like, I don't want the one that's just like, oh, there they are, just doing it. Like, okay, this one,
yeah,
like
that's
this
a good one.
sexy MILF is gonna deal with her stepson
That's
for
what I want.
breakfast.
Can you
like, okay,
please
now
change the screen because somebody's looking for their car keys, and that's disturbing.
All right, what do you want me to scroll to?
Okay, now that's better. Oh, geez, hello. No, look at that. Some people are trying to get in the radio business apparently over there.
So,
Wow.
But going back to getting paid on those free sites, it's always interesting because I'm friends with a few people that are on those sites and then they promote them like, hey, check out my videos. I have a new one up on these sites.
I think
on Facebook.
I just saw one. Steve, you picked a good. There's a site where people like to get busy with people that look like they forgot to go to the bathroom first.
I don't know, man.
I just saw that picture and it looked like, okay, that's not okay.
Well, that's just one of the ones. There's also this one.
There's this one here. Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
There's
All
something
right.
for everything out there, BJ.
Yeah. See, these are all right these are right to the point. All these.
Well, that's why you got to read the little description.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, meet your new stepdaddy. Okay, I'm curious. Like,
Okay. That's how you're going to meet your new stepdaddy. You are I don't know what to say to you anymore.
oh, look, there's a cartoon one for you right there.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, there's a lot going on, Steve. I'm getting distracted.
Okay, well, I'll stop.
Oh, there's steroids for my... Oh, I'll take that. I'd like to learn more, Steve. Click
Ultra
on that.
core.
Yeah, I'd like to learn more. I want steroids for my... Yeah. Steve, you didn't learn more.
So he says, tell Vicky I'm an Uber driver. I'll pick her up and maybe she could forget her wallet. So it says the lead up, absolute waste of time.
But then the Uber thing wouldn't be realistic. I'm thinking about it because you pay with your phone.
Okay.
Sorry, that bugged me.
Again, that's the problem. You know what I mean?
I get
You
in
ever
my
see
head.
that one
Yeah.
funny meme someone has? It's like, wish my girlfriend luck. She's on a job interview, and it's a still shot of one of those like casting
Yeah.
couch videos.
Oh, nice.
And everyone knows exactly which one we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's funny. That is so great. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you get to pick the topic. You get to guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. As Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. Hey, Steve! Stop ringing! Call Beacon.
Call Beacon.
Oh, yeah! Listeners on the Loose, man. You get to do whatever you want to do in this show. You want to talk about something, you get to talk about something. Steve does have a rule, though.
and let's show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say we have another option also. Instead of gonging them, we could also bring out the Oscars orchestra to take them out.
Yeah. Oh, we have that now? Oh, I love this idea. That is great. That is a great idea.
I feel like it's even more douchey to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, just start just to play them off the stage, man.
Slowly fade them out.
I love this plan. Okay, you're going to get played off the stage if you're just not getting it done. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Rich is our first guy that we got a chance to use it on.
Yes.
Rich in Maple Valley, you are on the Rock.
Hello, sirs.
Hello, sir. What you got for us today?
Well, I heard you guys talking about, the fecal matters that you can find on your phones and how many hours you're on your phone. I'm on my phone all the time, right? And I work in the poop business.
Oh, hey.
Septic?
Oh, yeah. And, I don't know how many fecal matters I have on my phone, but I'm always having it up to my face. So, there's a mid-morning lunch and a mid-afternoon lunch that's waiting on my phone. But the grossest thing is it's all under your fingernails. So look at somebody next time they're chewing on their fingernails and they have millions of poop particles underneath their nails, so they're eating blood.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. The Academy would like to thank you for that. Do I need to think about that? Do I need to really think about that? Because then there was an article that said that you should bite your nails to protect yourself from all the different germs out there and everything. So if that's the case and that's what they want us to do and all that's under there is poop particles,
I don't need to think about that. And I don't want to bite my fingernails because I just think it's a really weird habit to have.
Well, unfortunately, that's my habit. That's
a lot of people have that habit, though.
That's a tough one. But now I got to think maybe that'll finally deter me, knowing that there's...
Do you still bite your fingernails?
Oh, yeah.
They don't look like you bite them.
Oh, thanks, man. I try to
spend a lot of time staring at your fingernails, though.
Yeah. I mean, the people, they would. I don't do anything to my nails. You're supposed to get the cuticles pushed back. I don't go get that done, and so my nails are a mess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe just get them painted.
Yeah.
Like
I should. You know what? I was thinking about that. That'd be a good idea.
I got some new matte black nail polish you could borrow.
Ooh.
Oh, really? I didn't know Matt was making nail polish.
Yeah.
Hey.
Have you guys ever gotten...
matte black.
Yeah. Matte.
For the cultured.
Have you guys ever gotten manicures before?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No?
Hell no.
Yeah.
It's like a nice hand massage.
Pardon
They
me?
put the
Oh, yeah.
lotion on you.
Is it a
scrub
Robert Kraft style hand massage? Because I'll go for that.
Yes.
All right.
No manicures, no
But the
pedicures.
cuticle pushback is not fun.
No?
My wife tries to do that sometimes. She'll do it like in church. Like she'll just take her nail and dig it. And
Yeah.
Oh, and it's like not soft because it's not wet. They'll soak your hands to make them soft.
Yeah,
No, she does that, and I just like, Jesus, and everyone looks around. I'm like, I'm in church. I'm Jesus. just that was a really powerful thing that the pastor just said.
Yeah. No, you tell her, no, dude, you're supposed to have those softened up. You can't push them back dry.
Oh, she enjoys doing things that hurt me, I think.
Yeah, there's that.
Like with that kind of stuff, like the pimple popping.
She does that to you too?
Well, if I would let her, tweezing, all that stuff. And it's just like, no, why do you want to do things that I don't enjoy?
Why do girls like that? It's just like a girl
Plucking
thing.
things.
We like
and,
grooming.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys
become
like
a
that.
groomer then. I don't want you to groom me. I'm fine.
I wouldn't want to pop any pimples on you. I was like, that's the last thing I'd want to do to any woman or anybody. I'm like, I'm not into this, but
Mr.
women.
Biology over there, it's a thing. Like, you see monkeys grooming each other all the time, and we're really closely related to monkeys, so it makes sense.
And she'll watch those pimple popper shows. And
Yeah.
I'll come down from whatever, and I'm like getting ready to leave the house, and she's like, you might not want to stare at the TV right now. And I'm like, you suck. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
I hate these shows.
Yeah, Vicky's right. It's probably biological. I don't know if exactly your reason's right, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's science. Especially like when a bunch of one gender does something the other one doesn't.
Rose in Tacoma said you guys can come get a manicure at my spa in Tacoma anytime. One woman spa.
Yeah.
See, man.
Let's go, Vicky.
You guys get all the deals down where you guys live.
You can come to Tacoma.
I know I can go to Tacoma, but
I don't know if I want BJ down in Tacoma.
Oh, wow. I just got kicked out. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose.
So he says, I used to feel bad for the Rev when you guys would bust his chops for his IBS, but when he said that Samoas suck, F you, Rev.
Yeah.
I hope you crap your pants.
Wow. Shots fired.
Slightly harsh there.
Yeah.
I'm on Team Rev with him. I think Samoas suck.
Oh,
Screw the coconut, man.
Well, now, you know what? I think she hopes you crap your pants too, Steve.
Could have been a man that said it, BJ.
I'm going to go for a woman. Only women have good taste when it comes to Samoas.
Wow.
Yeah. Most men don't appreciate the Samoa.
Oh, our buddy Donnie from the gallery.
Hey,
Hot
Donnie.
Shot. He just messaged us, hey, can you guys give a shout out to my daughter Kennedy? It's her 15th birthday.
Ooh, congratulations. Kennedy is 15. Donnie, welcome to hell.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that when things got bad?
Sarah started at 13 with the boys. It's the boys. It's just like bringing that. Well, it's interesting. I don't know any kind of dating when all of a sudden just the dating happens. Boys, girls, whatever. But Sarah was she would bring home it would be, jailbird of the week she'd bring home every time. So congratulations, buddy.
Was that also when, sometimes a teenager starts becoming a little bit more rebellious? Is that around that time too?
15 is definitely, if it hasn't happened at 13, by the time they get to 15, they're in high school and they're wanting to think for themselves and wanting to do things for themselves. You know how Vicky is.
Yeah.
Remember Vicky when she first got here?
That's true.
Yeah.
So he says, don't you love it when someone borrows something but doesn't return it? What's your rule with borrowing things? Return it as soon as you're done using it.
Yeah. See, I don't like to lend things out that I don't want to lose. Because there are people that just don't have the same kind of respect for stuff. If they did, I look at it like, if you need to borrow something off me, you really don't care much about stuff anyway, because otherwise you'd have it.
Well, I mean, sometimes like a pretty penny. Do you want to, like, I look at like my buddy Glenn from Window Pane and Bruiser Brody and all the fun stuff. I have one of those Cajon wood box drum things, and he wanted to work on some stuff. So he's like, "Hey, can I borrow yours?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not using it anytime in the very near future, so just hold on to it until I need it again." So that to me, I think it just depends. It's case by case. Porn back in the day when you used to share videos, those are more just you're donating.
Yeah, here you go.
I don't want it back. I don't know why, but I just don't want it back.
Yeah,
it's kind of like one of those things. But for the most part, if somebody loans me something that I need, whether it be like a tool or something, as soon as I'm done using it for whatever need I had, I want to get it back to them so I don't forget to get it back to them.
Well, that's nice.
Agreed. And a lot of times I purposely like loan out like my comic books and stuff because I tell my friends like, look, I think you're going to enjoy this book. Borrow it, take your time, and then just give it back to me. I've loaned you my comic books, BJ, because you don't know if you're going to like them or not until you read them.
Well, see, but you and I are responsible. I don't mind giving things to you. Yeah, I mean, I'll give stuff to you and you can give stuff to me. You know you'll get them back, or if something happens, you know it'll be replaced. It's the people who you and I both know we've lent books out to people and they never come back. You don't know if they've got them. You don't know if they're reading them. And you're just like, I can't do this anymore with you.
Yeah.
What about on the flip side? There's someone who wants to constantly loan you something that you just don't want.
Oh, yeah.
And it's typically movies or box sets or TVs or TV, TV series
I'll
on
take
DVD.
Your TV.
Or like a CD, and it's like, hey, let me loan this to you so you can watch it. I'm like, I don't want it.
I'm not going to.
And then they get butthurt, like as if you just insulted their child.
Yeah, I'll take it and then I'll keep it. And then I'll just keep it and I'll be like, oh no, I gave that back to you. I don't know what happened to it.
See, Rev is the proof.
Well, yeah,
Rev's
don't give it to me
about.
if I don't want it, or else I'm just going to keep it.
Yeah.
Maybe sell it for profit.
Yeah.
I just politely tell them, like, look, I just have a lot on my plate right now. I have a lot of books I need to catch up, a lot of shows, but I'll get to it when I get to it.
Oh, I'm just way too blunt about it. I say, I don't want it. And then they're like, no, you're going to, I'm like, I have no interest in watching this. So you're just going to give it to me. I'm going to pretend to watch it, or I'm going to hold it for a few days and give it back to you. So why don't we just avoid that and just don't give it to me?
Yeah. Outside of telling you what to do, like on the show, as far as what you should watch and stuff, I really have tried to edit my conversation. And when people say, hey, what do you think? Or if I'm excited about something, I'll go, gosh, I really love that thing. I really enjoyed it. And don't say to them they would. I just will talk about why I liked it and leave it at that. Because there's something about somebody telling you should like something. It's just like, oh, yeah, I get that you like that, but I don't. How do you know if I'll like that?
And if you just say, but don't get upset if the person says, no, I have no interest in it.
No, don't do that.
It's not. I mean, just because you have a different taste, that doesn't mean that makes you a better or worse person.
We just want to connect. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
We all want to connect, and we don't know how to connect without like having an intermediary. Like for instance, he could just be your friend without having to tell you to watch his show.
Right. I don't need you pawning off your damn DVDs, man. I don't have a DVD player hooked up.
Yeah. People are like that, though. It's the only way they can connect. It's like, we can't be brothers until you watch this. Okay. That's a little weird. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about. Your calls, your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. Let's go to Jeff in Des Moines. Jeff, you are on The Rock.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jeff. What you got for us today, buddy?
Hey, I just want to tap back into what you guys were talking about yesterday about meeting people at strange places like the grocery store, the doctor's office.
Yeah, Vicky's rule, no meeting at the doctor. Don't try to pick up someone at the doctor's office. She will not have any part of that, yeah.
Right. I went against what the unwritten rule of hitting on girls at the gym.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been warned. I even know that you just do your thing, you get in, get out. And, I noticed, a couple times that I was making good eye contact with this girl, and we both smiled. She would be on the treadmill when I'm coming in, or I'd be on the treadmill when she's leaving. And, there's that eye contact. So I kind of felt maybe there might be an in.
Yeah.
Took a while. She actually ended up getting a job as a receptionist, so it kind of like was an icebreaker without me needing to do anything. So she was forced to say something, at least, hello, welcome to 24-Hour Fitness. I kept going and kept hearing, no, don't do this for my friends, and I finally had to do it. I had to say something, and I built up enough guts, was going to compliment her on her smile, and, fumbling. My brain wasn't working with my mouth, and I ended up wanting to compliment her smile, and what came out was, I smile.
I smile.
I smile.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She probably thought someone was driving me to and from because I can't drive a car, but,
That's awesome.
it must have made her laugh enough to actually give me a shot. And, long story short, we're actually married and have almost a 2-year-old right now.
Dude, congratulations to you, because, again, I believe it's like you saw. You were catching a vibe. You thought things were good. You were patient, and eventually you just made a move. And I think that's what it is, as opposed to, oh, yeah, you never, ever can do it in that environment. I think you got to be feeling it a little bit, and you were. And then, of course, you did the I smile. I think we should all try
I
that.
smile.
I smile.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
smile.
Congratulations, Jeff. That's fantastic.
I hope that was a part of the wedding vows.
I smile. Yeah. She goes, and you'll be my everything. You'll be whatever. And now, what would you like to say to the bride? I smile.
Perfect.
Yeah. Matt Damon. That's fantastic. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Palmer in Lake Stevens, you are on the Rock.
Hola.
Hola, Pamola. Don't forget the men's room afternoons right here on the Rock. What you got for us, buddy?
Hey, you guys were talking this morning about coworkers that you guys have issues with or you can't stand.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you guys feel about these, but, usually I'm a pretty optimistic person. I start the day with a pretty good attitude. It's a new day, right?
Yeah.
I got this lady here. She's been here about 2 years where I work, and she's habitually late. Every morning, the first thing that comes out of her mouth is just complaining about any little thing.
Yeah.
And it goes on and on and on, and it just drags everybody else down.
That is a beating. That is a bit. I used to be that guy. Every Friday we get together and have bitch sessions, and eventually they
still are, but you used to be as well. Okay.
Wow.
Everyone has those days, but
yeah.
There's days where I try to get out of the office real quick before she even gets there, because it's just, it's the eye rollers.
It's an interesting thing.
Every red light she hit,
I wonder if it's a gender thing, because, I think that a lot of women actually, when they commiserate about the struggles they have, it actually empowers them and makes them feel better. I think with guys, it's like we need to be motivated. We need to be pumped up. And it's like that kind of talk brings us down. I'm not saying every guy is like that or every woman is like that, but I have seen that in the genders, where motivation for the genders is different when it comes to trying to do stuff and feel like you're part of something. And sometimes miserably commiserating does help out women.
It's interesting.
Absolutely.
I had this conversation with my best friend, because every time we'd see each other, we'd start trying to complain about stuff. And I sat there and I stopped and I said, you know what? I think we try to say, oh, things aren't going great, to not make the other one feel bad about, maybe their accomplishments are not what they wanted. So we have a rule that when things are going great, we talk about it. She's like, my life is going great right now. I just got a promotion. I just bought a house, this and that. And we try to be positive about
Great,
it.
if you took a drink, threw it in her face, and shut up, bragger.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes complaining about work just sucks the life out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, especially when you're around some friends and they're complaining, I'm nonstop complaining. You're like, okay, seriously, can we not do something that's fun,
Steve? And you know what? It just happens. I watch you. I always have to parse myself because I can see it on your face.
Oh, I'll tell someone. I'm like, I'm done listening.
Yeah.
I'm just done listening. I'm like, I don't need to hear this. You're just a room suck.
But if you watch your face, Steve, the face tells it before the words come out.
I bet.
You got to pay attention to Steve. You can tell when you're about to lose Steve. The words don't even come out. If you have to get words from Steve that you lost him, oh my, you've already gone over the deep end. It's like Steve's done. There's no way you can save it.
I'd like to say I'm trying to hide that I'm checking out, but I'm not. I want people to know I'm checking out. I'm done. This is like, why are we having this? Like, I'll just look at someone like, this is really what you want to spend our time right now doing, is complaining. Because what is it going to fix? There's also different times where it's fun. Like Munson and I, when we get together, we complain about everything, but it's all about, like, we're cracking jokes when we're complaining. So it's entertaining. It's
That's
fun.
a different one. Yeah.
It's not like you're just being woe is me Debbie Downers. But when the person's being a Debbie Downer job complainer or life complainer, I'm done.
You're even done thinking about it.
I am, man.
You're just thinking about all those wasted moments you've had in your life.
I mean, what's it going to accomplish?
What's it going to do?
If you got to talk about how awful things are in your life, then go talk to a therapist.
Figure something out.
Exactly.
Life's too short to be bitching all the time. Seriously.
Oh, that is so awesome. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
So a nice text here. Thanks for setting up that link to Mary's Place. I've been looking for a good way to help like this. My mom raised me and my 4 brothers all by herself, working, and thanks to food stamps and no thanks to our deadbeat dad, single mom families can use just a little help. And Mary's Place does great stuff, and we're partnered with them. And they help out. It's not just single moms, it could be dads, it could be families just going through some tough times. They help people out.
The cool thing that they do, which I really love about Mary's Place, is that obviously we have a homeless situation, and what they've noticed that there are so many unused buildings, or what they'll call underused buildings. And okay, people need a place to stay. Here are buildings not being used for anything. Mary's Place connects those dots, and it's a genius solution, because if we've got these structures that aren't being used for anything, and we got people that don't have a structure to live in, let's make that happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I love Mary's Place for that. It's a real solid solution to the homeless situation, which that's what we need. We don't need any more talk. Like Steve said, don't bitch, get her done.
I think that was Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, did he say that? Yeah.
But
I knew somebody close to you.
It's like kind of a morphing of the two.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. And more information is KISW.com. Ourselves and the Rock Girls, we've all partnered with Mary's Place to help out. So we want to know what the weirdest thing that we've done to impress somebody.
Ooh.
I got one that was in high school. Because I had no game whatsoever. Right. It might have been college. No ability to talk to any girls. I didn't think anyone would find me attractive. Anything like that. One girl once said, "You kind of look like Harry Connick Jr." At the time. I had hair.
Okay.
And I don't think I did, but I was hell-bent on trying to make sure I looked like Harry Connick Jr., so I got my hair styled like him, and
oh, boy.
It didn't work at all.
Yeah.
This is the same girl that was a big fan of Matthew Sweet, the singer-songwriter guy.
I remember that guy.
So I became an obsessive Matthew Sweet fan. I was basically a really bad stalker of this girl, trying my best to impress her, but I really didn't make it very known, so I wouldn't tell her that I was a big Matthew Sweet fan. I just listened to him nonstop, hoping that she would walk by my dorm room, so that way she'd be like, he listens to Matthew Sweet too, with his Harry Connick hair.
Yeah.
None of it worked,
didn't work.
None of it worked.
Jeez. All I ever did was try to invite girls to the grocery store to see me in my red jacket, because to us anyway, if you didn't work at the supermarket, you knew nothing about the hierarchy. But at the grocery store, to get the red jacket and wear that meant you, because only managers wore red jackets. Everybody else was kind of just like the gold jacket or gold apron guy. So it was a hierarchy at the Market Basket in Massachusetts in the New England area. If you wore a red jacket, you were the bomb.
Ladies love a man in uniform.
So I always wanted to, I would tell women to meet me, like any girl, you got to meet me at the store, because I knew I would be able to wear the red jacket because I was the only one in charge that night. So I was a temporary red jacket. Then I went back to being a gold jacket loser again, and they meant nothing to them. I'd walk around, how you doing? What's happening? And I'd stand around like I was a guy, and she's like, yeah, you're in a grocery store. What do you want me to do? And I'm sitting. You put somebody's eggs in a bag. And I'd be like, well,
I'll put my eggs in your bag.
I go, but I'm a red jacket guy. I remember they were looking at me like, what does that mean? And I got mad at them, and there was a big fight going, how do you not know what a red jacket is? They're famous in Market Basket. She's like, I don't know nothing about this.
Should have just gone like a little sign that says like manager and just taped it to your red jacket.
Yeah. I know. It was such a status thing, though. I fought for that damn thing. I wanted that so hard in my life.
Do you still have it?
No, they don't let you take them home.
Oh, it's not like a Hall of Fame green jacket or whatever.
No, you just get when you go to the supermarket, you got to put on one of those silly aprons or jackets or whatever. And
nice.
Yeah, and I hated it. One time she came in, and it was during the day, and I had to wear the gold apron because I wasn't in charge. And then she started giving me crap because she's like, what happened? You get busted? No, I'm still the same guy. But you just don't feel like it with an apron on.
Not with the gold apron. Everyone knows that's nothing.
Yeah, everyone knew that was nothing.
I really want to just buy you a red jacket, like the old school 50s style ones, like the baseball jackets, and have you wear
jackets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I feel like you need to wear that.
We need BJ and Mig satin jackets.
Yeah. Do we really Lenny and Squiggy style? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Very grease style.
That was such an awesome moment. I remember in high school, I was on. There was a roller hockey league, and eventually, like you could get like your own satin Kings Bay hockey jacket, and your name would be on it and what position you played.
Wow.
Oh man, I wear that thing I'd wear it now if it would fit.
Oh yeah, I guess you're a little guy then, or a littler guy.
Yeah.
Oh
man, they're only $31.95.
That's not bad.
So we get do we get logos on them? How much does that cost to get a logo?
I don't know how much that is, but
we'll get Vicky to draw the logo.
Yes,
Yeah.
give me a Sharpie.
Nice. That would be so sweet.
You really think that would be
KSW satin jackets?
Oh my God.
I feel like we had them, or the company, the station
in the
had them.
70s.
In the 70s probably had them, yeah.
Satin jackets are cool.
Well, you know what? Hair Club asked for ideas. Go give him your idea. You want to make satin jackets.
I want to make satin jackets. I'm sure he's going to love that idea.
He'll love that idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right up there with dog shirts.
Did you say shirts?
Shirts.
Okay, good.
What else would I say?
Well, I was thinking dog, something else.
All right, what about Danny? What did he do to ever impress somebody?
What do you do, Danny?
Well, believe it or not, I didn't actually drink a lot when I was younger. And so there was one girl who I knew she liked alcohol. And so I was, we were 23 or something. We went to a park and I got a fifth of vodka and we decided to go shot for shot. That was a bad idea because I was just trying to impress her. I was trying to say, I can drink. I threw up all over her car.
Yeah.
All over everything. And at that point, we weren't even driving. We were just going to hang out in the park all night. And yeah, I threw up everywhere. It was terrible. I had to call for a taxi to go home. Oh, it was terrible.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, you must have really died over
I was done.
What about the Rev?
Moved to Arizona.
Oh, there we go. Back to that story.
That's
I feel like any
Arizona
topic
story.
we have, the answer is Rev moved to Arizona for a girl.
Oh, that's kind of the extent of my relationship.
You never changed the way you dressed or anything like that?
No, I would do those, but it wasn't to impress anyone. It was just because I thought it was cool. And then, stuff like my grandma would laugh at me, or I would do stupid things like wear all black for my entire junior year of high school.
Yeah.
And people were like, why are you doing that? And it was like, I don't know, but the reason is because there was one music teacher who did it, and I thought he was cool, so I wanted to be cool too. It was never to impress anybody else.
And by the way, he's never changed that wardrobe since.
Sad news, guys. Just got an email from Sergeant Hair Club.
And?
Not even any subject, just a subject, not even any text in the message. Just says, no satin jackets.
Oh, come on!
Unless you start a bowling team.
We could do that.
Oh my God, let's start a bowling team.
If it means getting satin jackets, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in too.
I'm a good, I bowl like a solid 85.
Yeah, I'm about there.
Yeah. On a good day.
I thought you were going to say 69.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 69.
Nice.
I had 3 digits once.
Yeah.
Oh, now we should start a KSW bowling league.
If he'll get us the satin jackets, we'll make him eat those words.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are we going to call us?
The big balls, right? Because we're both, we call them big balls up in the Northeast because we also have Candlepin. But
Balls of fire?
Balls of fire.
Itchy balls.
Itchy balls?
Blue balls?
Why would we? Well, if we only had blue balls, yes.
I don't know. I just thought it would be fun.
Itchy balls.
Balls of fury.
Yeah, we need to work on this.
All right, well, we'll have a big think tank session.
We'll spitball that. Yeah.
Let's be ballers.
Yeah. There you go.
The Bowling Stones.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ultimate dad joke.
That could be a thing.
Balls on parade.
Nice. Even better.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't care whatever the name is, as long as it leads to satin jackets.
Okay, that's the idea. I'm sure the Rockaholics can come up with a great bowling league for us. All right, now we have a question.
Rock and roller dudes.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Rock and bowl. There's that too. No. Okay.
I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Rock and bowlers.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's answer a big question beyond what we should name our bowling team, and that is, what do Ryan Castle and a bookstore have in common? I'll tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a bookstore have in common?
A nice place for homeless folks to warm up.
You are, actually. Yeah. I mean, whether I'm homeless or not, you're just comfy and cozy.
Come on in and warm up.
Yeah.
Let me warm you up.
One texter says they both smell of musty old women.
Wow. Whoa.
Library you're
That's
going to.
Descriptive.
Because I want to go there.
And they both have an erotica section that hasn't been looked at in years.
Huh.
Do they have that at the library? I would think that would be a popular part of the library if that was a thing.
Yeah.
But now they have the internet. So,
yeah. Which people do go to the library, use that free internet, and then they're like, okay, you can't be looking at that, sir.
Fap City.
Yeah, exactly. That's happened. Got a 43-year-old. His name is Seth. His wife is Jennifer. They own a bookstore in San Diego. It's called The Book Catapult. Opened it in 2017. Late last month, Seth had to have emergency open heart surgery that took 10 hours, and he was in the hospital for 11 days. And Jennifer, she had to close the store because her only employee was out sick with the swine flu. But the other bookstore owners said, you know what, we'll figure this out. They all stepped in to help out. So the competition opened the bookstore and ran it while he wasn't there.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
Let's buy one, get one free.
Yeah, they ran it into the ground.
Right.
They ran it.
Surprise, you're bankrupt.
Ryan Castle, he's morally bankrupt, and he has a 12-pack for you.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I'm going to bed. I'm patting Lulu on the head. I'm doing a little bit of like a head rub. And then all of a sudden, it's like pawing at my pillow. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I have two hands. One hand has to be rubbing my wife. The other hand has to be rubbing Lulu.
Okay.
Or, nobody's rubbing me, BJ.
Rubbing Lulu. That's not a euphemism. That's really...
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? In my head, all this sounds innocent.
Yeah, sure
When
does.
it comes out, I look at Danny and he's like, why are you even saying this? You're just incriminating yourself.
You really, really are.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.